Hello, creative friends. I'm glad to be back. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, so please forgive me for that. If you're interested in what's been going on with me, take a look at my bio on YouTube. I did update it, so that will give you an idea of what has been happening in my life. But this is World Watercolor Month, and I thought this would be the perfect time to come back and to maybe give you an overview of some watercolor things that I've been doing. I love watercolor. It's something that I've loved since I was a child. I've made videos on other forms of artistic endeavors, paper crafts and journals and things like that. And so it might come as a surprise that I also love to paint. But I do, and I hope that you'll come along on this journey with me if you like to paint as well, or if you would like to learn how to paint. I'm not saying that I'm the best artist in the world, because certainly I'm not. I am no Vincent van Gogh, Georgia O'Keeffe, none of the famous ones by any means. I just enjoy it. So I'm going to share that with you, and also maybe give you some tips along the way, and we'll learn some things together. So today what I thought we would do is do some swatches. And what swatches are, if you don't already know, it's to take the colors of a set that you get, or even some of these, you can get the tubes and everything, and you put them out on paper, because of course those little tiny strips on the tubes themselves, they don't tell you anything about what the color looks like on paper. As you can see, if you take a look at these, I mean, you have no idea what they look like when you paint with them. So the idea is to actually take these and put them on paper, and then you can look at this and you say, this is the color I want, or no, that's not going to work, or maybe I need something more orange, or something darker, or something lighter, or something like that. So what I did was I got this tin. It just is a little tin that I picked up at I think I got it at a Dollar Tree. It was only like $1. And so I labeled the bottom of it so I know what it is. I'm going to put these paints in it. These are core paints. It's Q-O-R, but they're pronounced core, like C-O-R-E, like core. So these are made by Golden. If you've ever seen Golden paints or used them, you know that they're really high quality. They're beautiful. And these are the watercolor paints that Golden has brought to the market. They're incredible. What they wanted to do was bring something that was more along the lines of the brilliancy that you see in oil paint or acrylic paints into watercolor, because sometimes watercolors will fade and they'll look more dull. When you first paint them on the paper, they look really beautiful, but then as they dry, they will typically turn lighter, and also they can seep into the paper and look a lot less intense than what you wanted them to be. So you have to build them up with various layers to get the color that you were hoping for. So what Golden was hoping to do was to introduce their line, which will give you a lot more to choose from when it comes to brilliant, bright things. And I like to paint a lot of flowers and botanical things, and so these are perfect for that. Gives you really beautiful colors. This is a set of 12 introductory ones, and I love this tin that it comes in, but I don't want to mess it up, and it doesn't have the ability to put these trays in it. These are little half pans, and you can get these on the internet. You can get them on Amazon. A full pan would be 2 of these together. So when you see half pan, it's this size. When you see full pan, well, it's double that size for little watercolor pieces, or little color chunks that you can use to paint with. So Core has these in small tubes These are each, let's see how much is in each of these. They're pretty small, but they go a long way because you don't need very much. It has the information about the binders and the light fastness, and how much is in this. I think this is 0.5. Yeah, it's not very much. Where does it say? Yeah, 5 milliliters. So it's very small amount of paint. However, like I said, you know, these will last me a long time. So what I've done is I've taken each of these little tubes and put them out into these little pans, and I put a little piece of magnet on the bottom so that they will stay put in this. So you see I put it in there, won't come out. So that is how I've set this up. I personally like to put my paints out into these little pans because it seems like I will put too much out if I use the actual tubes, and then I have a lot of waste. And so I would rather just dip my brush into these little pans or pots, they're called pans, and use just what I need rather than being wasteful and have to throw it away, or have a palette sitting around that has dried up paint that's just core, in case I don't want to mix them, you know, and that sort of thing. So you can get, you know, a roll of this, you know, light magnetic stuff at Walmart or any kind of store, you know, will carry it. Or you can also order it online. And then what you just do is peel it off the sticky back and put it on the back of your little pan. And then you've got a perfect way to make your own palette with your colors. So here are the colors that I have, and I've put them out in here already so that you didn't have to watch me do that. That would be pretty boring. But this is a beautiful case, and I've really liked the core paynes. They are beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is, let me put these aside. I'm going to swatch these, and like I said, taking these out and putting them on a piece of paper so that I can tell what they look like when I'm painting. So I'm going to start with the Hansa yellow, and this is the light shade. There are medium and deep shades of this in other brands, and maybe even Core could have them, but it's just not in this set. So what you do when you're swatching something, you start with the full strength of the pigment, and then you get some water and you take it on out so that you can see how it looks when it is a lot more saturated. You can also draw a line on here like I did. You see my line that I did in Sharpie, and this way it will show you how transparent it is. So you can see that this is pretty transparent. This is a beautiful color, and that is how it will look whenever you paint it. If you put more water in it, it's going to be lighter like this. If you use it full strength, it's going to be the deeper yellow. So my next one is yellow ochre, and it is a deeper, like a caramel color in the pan. So let's see how it looks when I put it on here. And yes, it is sort of a caramel color. So I'll put this here, and we'll pull it on out, and we'll check its transparency. And as you can see, the color can change quite a bit, so you can get a wide range of color out of each of these little pans. They're very versatile. Our next one is nickel azo yellow, and let's see what it looks like once we paint it on. It's a lot like the yellow ochre, isn't it? It is very much so. Maybe has more of a an earthy tint to it, like maybe a southwestern sort of color. So let's pull it on out and see how it looks. when you pull it out, it turns pretty bright yellow. It's pretty amazing. Our next one is quinacridone Gold Deep. And in the pan, this is one of them that you have no idea what this is going to look like until you actually put it on your paper. So this one is really beautiful. It is like a rusty orange color, beautiful shade. So we'll put this on here, get a little bit of water, and pull it out and see how it looks. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you can see its transparency as well. So let me put this over here in this. Our next color that we're going to do is quinacridone Magenta. And this is a beautiful, brilliant color. It is one that I use a lot when I'm doing flowers and botanicals. It's just a very brilliant red-pink. And when you pull it out, you can get a lot of various shades out of it as well. It's really, really beautiful. So it's all about the water. It's all about mixing, you know, the different types of paint and seeing where you want it. You could also mix all these together. Well, some of them you'll come up with mud, but you know, the primary colors, the yellow, the red, and the blue, you can come up with all kinds of beautiful shades. Now this one is Permanent Crimson, and it is more of a red shade than the quinacridone Magenta. As you can see, it's a really beautiful, brilliant red. And we'll get a little bit more water on it and pull it out and see the different shades that we can get, different hues that come about. Okay. The next one is Pyrrole Red Light, and this is more of an orangey red. So let's see, this one, I'll pull it down here. I'm getting a change in the lighting because the sun is coming in my window here. And so let's pull it out and see what it looks like. Beautiful, isn't it? Just gorgeous. That's another one that's really, all these are beautiful for various plants and botanicals. Now we're going to get into our blues. This is Phthalo Blue. It's blue that you will want to use in a lot of different mixtures, and it's just gorgeous. It is such a brilliant blue. One of my favorite blues. Very, very pretty. Okay. And then the next one is a very common ultramarine blue that we use in watercolors and in mixing. This one is, as you can see, more of a navy type blue. And when you pull it out, you can also see the various types of colors that you get in that. Very, very pretty. So that's ultramarine blue. The next one is coarse viridian green. And we'll put it on here pretty heavy and then pull it out. Of course, we use this in botanical painting quite frequently, and you can see that it is a beautiful color. Put a little bit more there so that we get the full range of this gorgeous color. So those are the first 10, and you can see how beautiful this line from Core is. That I have space for 2 more on the back. I'll hold this up because it's not quite dry yet. We have Burnt Sienna and Paynes Gray. Now the Burnt Sienna is of course a brown shade, and so that's really nice if you're doing landscapes or neutrals. And when you pull it out, it has a wide range as well. So that's the Burnt Sienna. And then the very last one is probably the darkest color in this set. It's called Paynes Gray. And Paynes Gray is a beautiful gray that is derived from various shades of blue. It's very bluish, and you can use this for stormy skies. You can use this for shadows. It is a very versatile color and quite beautiful. And I really do like the core shade of Paynes Gray. So you can see also that it is quite gorgeous once you pull it out. So this is this is just an example of swatching 101. And you know, I used to not watch people swatch. I thought, oh, that was really dumb. But you know, now I'm enjoying watching people swatch. To me, it's just very, very soothing, and it is calming. And just about every night, I will turn on YouTube and watch somebody swatch their paints. And so this is my first one that I'm going to do for you, and give you a chance to get a good look at these gorgeous colors from Core, which is from Golden Paints. And like I said, I'm back for now, and I will be uploading more videos coming up. So if you like this one, please give me a thumbs up, and I would appreciate it also if you would pass it on to your other you know, creative friends and relatives so that they would like it as well. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.